Peloton up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today. Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies. Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna, the best trade idea resource out there. Yo, what is up, everybody?
What's up, people?
How we doing? Happy Monday night. That's right, Monday night. We are getting in it. There is no better time to talk stocks. Let's talk some cryptos. Let's see if we can get some money flow. And you see the title of the show today, NFT plays still relevant? That is the question of the hour. Yeah. We have no better person to talk the NFT market than Mr. Ruell Black. Thanks for hopping on with us this Monday, as you do every single Monday.
For sure.
All right, guys. So first ask I'm going to make. I'm not going to make a ton of asks, but first ask of the day that I am going to make. Smash that like button. Share the stream. We want to get a good crew in here talking some trade ideas, right? Again, this is Monday. It's nighttime, at least for me on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, you're finishing up your day. But let's get some trade ideas. Let's get some money-making ideas flowing in here. I'm going to do a quick breakdown of what we're going through today. There's three things that we're going to go through. First things first. We're going to do the quick recap. What is an NFT? How do you list one? Number two, we're going to go into NFT crypto plays. And then the third thing that we're going to get into is NFT stock plays. We're going to do that all within the next, 55 minutes or so. So stay tuned. If you guys have specific stocks or cryptos for us to look at, drop them in the chat. The whole point of this thing is to make it actionable, right? We're not going to be talking theoretically here. If you want to talk high level and theory behind NFTs and blockchain, that's awesome. We're just not going to get into that. We're going to be getting into action, how you participate in the market. So again, number one, quick NFT overview. How do you actually create and list an NFT? What does that process look like? Number two, crypto plays. What are some of the NFT cryptos? Ruell's going to be pulling up some of his favorites. He has both sort of speculative ones, and he has the more established ones that give you exposure to that market. Number three, NFT stocks. Again, with all of these, the question we're going to be asking you guys at Zinger Nation, if you're watching, you are a part of Zinger Nation, we're going to be asking you, are these still relevant or not? And then we're just going to go from there. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, man. Well, why don't you kick us off and let's start talking about some of the. Let's talk about the NFTs at a high level first.
Okay, so basically NFTs are non-fungible tokens, more or less. That means like they don't necessarily have a currency value. But in that really opens up a whole different thing, right? Because when you think of the blockchain, the only thing that the blockchain really is a ledger that can't be like corrupted. So if you apply that to like a piece of music, a piece of artwork, then you have an automatic stamp of authenticity, an automatic stamp of a timestamp of when it was made, so all of that is just wrapped up into the blockchain. So I know I've heard people say like, oh, well, I could just copy the picture and then I have the artwork. Yeah, you have the artwork, so to speak, but you don't have any of the authenticity. So what is it worth? Nothing. So that's basically it in a nutshell. And for people who have a certain following, creating NFTs would probably be a lucrative thing. Or if you're an artist and you're a graphic designer or an artist or somebody who has a musical following or even just like a Twitter following, because Jake Paul's done this too. Tory Lanez, like this, The Weeknd, a whole bunch of different people. So if you have that type of following, making an NFT is like actually going to be lucrative for you because it's just like a baseball card, right? Like somebody now has the first or the 15th edition of the first Weeknd NFT, or someone has the first blah 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 edition of Tory Lanez NFT that only has music that you can get on that NFT. Stuff like that is valuable for sure. So let's start sharing.
Excellent. And we don't see it yet. I don't know if you're still pulling it up.
Still pulling it up.
Okay.
So the thing that's the real easiest to like just create an NFT for me is Canva. It's what I do all my thumbnails in for my channel, Black Ruell Investing. It's it's just really helpful, and it's a SAS, so you can access it over the internet, and it's you can use just the free version, but it's not that expensive to kind of add to that. So
So can we hop to, if you have the image created, how do you actually list it and make it available for sale?
okay, great. So this is the image I created with Canva, and it's just really simple. I took I took their background photos, I added it there. I took a photo of my daughter from when she was 6. I added it and removed the background, and that's a
It's a
paid
very
feature.
nice photo. It's a very nice photo.
It is. And and then voila. And that's a nice little 2D feature. But if you really want to go like bananas with it, you can use a piece of software called Blender. And Blender is basically 3D rendering, like you would do on a video game, or like stuff like that, like a graphic designer would do, like Beeple, for instance. And if you guys don't know who Beeple is, he's one of the graphic designers that has really rose to fame out of this whole thing. Um, a lot of his stuff, to me, is very interesting, and it makes like a really good, like, a lot of the times he makes really like he makes points with them. Like he's not what is it? It's not like it's not foo-foo, it's not fluffy. You know what I mean? Like look at that. That's Kim Jong Il, Mickey Mouse, Toy Story guy, Trump, and
Yeah, that's
Michael
nice.
Jackson. Like,
That's nice.
so um and there are a couple other ones of his that are really nice. But if you wanna do this, you would use a program called Blender. He uses like paid software, but I would suggest, if you're kind of just trying to get your feet wet, just use this. Um, it's really easy. Let's see here. I got a mouse. So yeah, it's really easy. It's here. Let me see. Did they put full dongle in here? I think they did. Okay. So Blender, you're gonna really have to put time into it if you really want to do something with it. There are a whole bunch of online tutorials and whatnot. Um, but I wouldn't suggest putting time into this unless you really, 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 really want to. If you really, really want a career in art, and you really want to be like this artist type person. So let me open up one of the ones I started. And now that I have a mouse, it'll be way easier to see. Okay, so basically I did this in a 2D space, or a 3D space, I'm sorry. So I took the same picture as before, made a plane for that, same picture of moonlight before, and then you have the camera here, right? So the camera kind of shows the view. The three most important things about this is that you have a camera, and you have a light source, and that's right here. And a lot of it's kind of built in for you. But if you're gonna get real, like really, really deep with it, you're gonna um, you're gonna want to use you're gonna want to learn stuff. So right here was one where I did her face with like a blender, because I just wanted to see how hard it would be to do a 3D face. And turns out it's pretty hard because okay, here's her face, but you can see like the braids. The braids are something you kind of actually have to do by hand. And my wife has those skills, but I do not. So but if you really want to put time into it, it could be a thing. So anything on that, guys? Any questions on that?
I would say let's hop to and see, like, okay, we have the image now, right? We understand sort of the depth that goes into it, that it can be beyond. Wow, that is sort of crazy. Beyond just the 2D thing. How do we actually make it an NFT for sale? Is that a
So then
complex process, etc.?
you would render it, and the result will be rendered and saved as a PNG, and boom, you have a picture. Let's go to You have a picture, and this is the one that I actually did with with render with Blender. I'm sorry. So then you go over to a site like OpenSea. You come over here, you press create, and then you'll just start a new collection. I started Black Ruell Investing collection, and I put these two pictures up. One of them has comments and one of them don't. And of course, I picked the non-comment one. So basically, testing for my viewers of the Ruell Report, how hard it would be to post an NFT, and then
Okay,
you
so
go.
you're wait, hold on. I'm slowing you down.
Sure,
First
sure.
time I slowed you down all day, all right? So you're on OpenSeas.io. You create what I'm assuming is a free account,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just upload the photo.
Yep, that's it.
So it's literally so adding an NFT, like converting your piece of art to an NFT, is literally as simple as listing a product for sale on eBay.
Exactly. Exactly. The
Okay.
only time it gets to be a little bit more complicated is when you go into the selling part and you have to deal with a wallet, a crypto
Okay.
wallet.
All
And
right.
like I said before, Ethereum has some things to work out on that end. So if we press sell here, and let's see,
Okay, so you can set the NFT for sale at a fixed price or a highest bid.
or bundle multiple NFTs, and then I'll put it here,
When
and
you say
then
your
I'm gonna.
minimum bid is 0.11, is that quoted in USD? Is that quoted in
No, that's an
Bitcoin?
Ethereum.
That's in Ethereum. All right, good news. I learned this weekend that I found 2 Ethereum.
You found two?
I went to go create a Coinbase account to like check it out before the IPO.
Uh-huh.
Already had an account with my name. I guess in 2016 I put $200 and bought 2 Ethereum. Now we're $6,000.
Oh, you lucky dog.
Like, all right,
Nice.
now let's go buy some random shit. I'm gonna buy
Hell
some
yeah.
weird ass coins. All right, great.
So as you can see, this is what they do is they say, you'll have to pay a one-time plus gas fee, and after that recover it for you. But as you can see, it's $119. Like, who's gonna, unless you really, really, really are gonna be like make something out of this, you're not gonna drop down $119 unless you're
To
like,
list it. Wow.
right. And this is just to list.
And
Now,
somebody in the chat is saying that it costs money to list your first one. It doesn't cost more money for subsequent NFTs. Is that accurate or no?
that is correct. That is correct. And that's what this message says. It says, okay, we're going to charge you the first time, but after that, we'll cover it for you.
All right, that's fair.
So that's cool. But then, no, like, if you're a person just starting this all, off all, just for the first time, it may be really hard for you to recoup this. Instead of just going like buying NFT cryptos and going about it that way, it may be really hard for you to kind of recoup trying to sell NFTs without without having some sort of following behind you.
Okay. All right. So you showed us how to make the NFTs. We promised everybody we're gonna have 2 other items to get to today. All right, and creating the image is the hard part, but once you create it, listing the product is as simple as just putting something up for sale on eBay.
Mhm.
Of course, you have to pay $119 right now. That ain't
Yep.
cheap. So let's get into the actionable side of things. What are some of these NFT crypto plays?
Okay,
And
so
I'm going to ask everybody who's watching, as always, hit that like button, share the stream, and drop in whatever in the chat. Put in whatever you're looking at. If you have
we
cryptos you're
went
looking
over
at,
this a little
stocks
bit
you're looking
last
at,
week.
hit them. Yeah, but let's do it again.
Sure. And
I like how you do like the big plays for the cryptos, and then you touch on some of the more speculative ones.
exactly. Now these are the giants: Rarible, Flow, Eternity, and Theta. And so those are the big boys. And I would also throw Engine in this list. Whoop. That's not what I intended. Okay, so I'd also throw Engine in this list. And one of the biggest things that we want to okay, so the biggest things here is okay, if they have a popular product like Flow, they're the makers of NBA Top Shot. So their product is literally like the number one selling NFT. If we go to a website called Crypto, I think it's called Crypto Slam. Yep. It will show us the top selling NFTs over the last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, all time. So all time, NBA Top Shots just leading that list. And then you have a whole bunch of other things here that you can buy on the art sites. Then you have Street Fighter and a whole bunch of other things that are on the Wax network. And we didn't get to go over Wax last time, so I want to see if I can actually bring it up this time. Okay, so they have these Street Fighter cards here, and I'm not sure what their ultimate end game is with this. I think they do want you to kind of level the cards up and then actually be able to use them as fighters. But to date, right now, you cannot do that. Oops. So can I hide that? Okay. So then if we go to shop, oh, they started another shop, Wax Stash. I don't know about that one. Okay, so you come on here and it's real easy. You just buy it and you buy it in terms of the wax. And on here you can really actually kind of, if you see things that are undervalued, if you try to like just monitor it and you see things that are undervalued, you can really make a nice little sum. Let me see if I can log in without it giving away all of my information. Okay, I have to check my email address, so I'm not gonna do that. All right, but needless to say, it's kind of really easy to just come on here and buy stuff. And yeah, so I'm pretty big on wax, but I think a couple other things are gonna overtake it. Like for example, we mentioned Engine. Engine, they already have. So they already have like their own. Let me see if I can find it. Their own marketplace. But the big thing about them is they made their code so that Engine could basically it could basically encompass any NFT. It's like the ultimate generic NFT code. I don't know why their marketplace isn't opening. Maybe I have to log in. Forget it. But anyways, so they're working on this place called Eternity. It was right there. Okay, let me go back. And when they bring out, or Efinity, excuse me, because Eternity is a different crypto. When they bring this out, it's going to be a really big catalyst for them because you'll finally be able to stake. And staking is really what separates crypto from stocks in my mind, because if you stake coin, they give you a certain like percentage or a certain rate of gain from it, and you make that game every day. So if you're somebody who's like big into like dividends and stuff like that, if you find a good coin and you're able to stake it, then you're really gonna be in a really good spot. And if you guys checked out my channel, one of the ones that I mentioned about this was Veracity. And the thing that really sets Veracity apart is that they have this patented proof of view protocol. So where is it? Proof of view, patent allowed. So they already got this patented. And basically the whole point of that is to reduce YouTube bots. And by reducing YouTube bots, like a lot of companies just assume that they're gonna buy something on YouTube and they're gonna get a certain amount of bots. But if YouTube can say, "Hey, look, we have this proof of view code. We can assure you every view you get is from a real person," then like if Veracity can put that into play, it's going to be really, really, really lucrative for them. And if anyone wants to use this protocol, they're going to have to pay them for it. So they already integrate with YouTube, Twitch, Vimo, and all these kind of. I don't know any of these guys other than Bright Cove. These must be Euro players, but YouTube and Twitch is really big in my mind. So, and these guys already have staking. Like if you go on here, this is the CEO.
Again, what can and if for anybody just joining us, can you give us the ticker on this one?
Yes, it is VRA.
And can we look at the chart too?
Sure. Let's go to Coin Market Cap.
Or are we gonna talk about Bondly today?
Yes,
hope
we're
we
going to
are.
talk about Bondly as
Good.
well. Because I know somebody asked about that last week, so I did a little research. So
Holy crap!
So
What
this
the
is
hell?
Veracity. I got these guys at around like 2 cents, and they're kind of just hovering around 4. They are going to break out. They're going to break out. They already have staking. I'm already staking coins, and my percentage is like you need to stake at least 10K coins, and you get 7 coins a day for staking the
But 10K
Veracity.
coins is nothing, right? So I'm just doing the math. 10,000 times 0.037. So you got to stake $370. It's not nothing,
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
it's
And
not
for that,
crazy.
you're getting like, and it was higher, but everybody started finding out about them, so they lowered it a little bit. It was like at a rate of 36.6 per year. Now it's at like 25.55. And that's still really, 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 really good. Um, so yeah, really looking at these guys. Really stoked about these guys. That patent is going to do them really well, and they're also in the esports game. If I come over here, so they have a whole bunch of stuff that I've never heard of, but I think they're big overseas. Like for example, Dota 2. They just did a Netflix like cartoon on this, or like an anime. So they're doing some big things.
All right, yeah. I mean, it's definitely interesting.
So and there was something where I was reading they're active on Twitter. They were saying that they had a tournament for 25K coming up. I'm like, okay, so they're making money if they can do tournaments for 25K. Where is that? Wow. See, they post a lot. It wasn't this far down before. Ah, well, I don't know that I'm gonna find it because they post so much. Okay. And also they had some more news, which I think let me actually bring up the slide from my show.
There it goes.
Okay, so they hinted at a deal being done with a NFT auction house. This was on the Okay, so Veracity is currently in discussions with a large NFT auction house to implement proof of view as a standard protocol to validate the chain of authenticity of NFTs for the entire industry. And what that
So
will do
so did the
is
coin move significantly off of that already? So it
it
was March
has
26th.
the
Is
two
that what
catalysts
caused the big run up?
that caused the big run up were the patent and I believe this news as well. So those were the two catalysts. So I'm
All
I'm
right.
really I'm really bullish on these guys. And then someone asked me to take a look at Bondly, and
Yeah.
Bondly Bondly looks nice. They have Atari as a partner here, and they're already like some of the like I guess it crypto things that happened. Like I don't know if you guys remember, they were saying like, oh, Jake Paul sold NFTs for like 3.5 million. That was on their site. So did Tory Lanez. Let me see if I can find it. Do 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 do. Okay, there we go. So apparently it's 1.3 million, and then Tory Lanez sold out in 2 minutes, and now today they just announced they're going to do something with a guy that everyone
I mean,
everyone loves to
two
hate.
minutes is a decent amount of time.
Takashi 69.
Okay, that's great. Wait, is this still VRA? No, this is the Bondly one.
This is Bondly.
Okay, so you did
So,
VRA was your first crypto play for NFTs that you like. Bondly is number 2 on the list.
hmm And then on Friday, April 9th, some multi platinum recording artist Takashi 69, aka 69, will drop 2 unique 3D animated NFT collectible art pieces, which will integrate snippets from his Billboard charting Tattletales and Dummy Boy album. So somebody's gonna buy this. So as much as people hate 6ix9ine, so so they're doing that, and like I said, they're partnered with Atari, and they also have staking available, but all their staking pools are filled. And that's the really big thing when actually another catalyst too. Like when a coin starts to have like staking, that's a really really big catalyst. And
Okay.
basically about staking is what they're basically replacing mining with. So there's proof of work and there's proof of stake. And mining, everyone's into like Kevin O'Leary was on our show on Benzinga Power Hour, right? He was talking about how people are really saying like, mining these coins is costing all of this energy and whatnot. Um, one of the ways that people have changed that is by using proof of stake. And I don't know all the underlying underpinnings of it, other than you stake coins, they give you a certain percentage of staking, and they also use your coins for collateral, if you will. So um, so that's really awesome because it really does lower the whole carbon footprint. And for staking, you really get a nice little pocket change,
All right.
so to speak.
I like it. All right, Ruel, because I want to make sure that we have time to get to stocks. So I'm going to throw a challenge at you, okay?
Sure.
All right, can we hit 3 more cryptos? I'm going to say 1 more big one, 2 of your under the radar ones in the next 10 minutes.
Sure.
3 minutes each, rapid fire
So
round. And I want to see the charts on them too.
okay, gotcha.
I'm a chart guy. I think it helps me to understand, are they already run up or what the deal is.
Okay, so if we go here, let's do the watch list. Most of my watch list is NFT plays. So we mentioned Engine. Engine's kind of like, it's kind of moving sideways, but their big catalyst coming up is staking. Once they have staking, I think they're gonna just shoot up. Trying to decide which one. Okay, let's do this is a big one, and we're gonna expound on this more next week because I want to do some more research on it. But this is Decentraland, and basically it creates this whole virtual world, and inside of that world you can kind of like live a life, and they have it so that like you can buy land, and I really think this is going to be lucrative in the future because um, there are all these different metaverses, and Atari has a metaverse on Decentraland, and they're going to do like a kind of online casino based off of Atari games and Atari games' skill. Can you imagine if like Elon Musk decided to have like a Tesla metaverse and he was selling like Tesla land, and if you bought a certain amount of that land, you could like meet up with him every
Okay.
month or something like that. Like
I
the
sort of like
possibilities
it.
there, I'm sorry.
I like it.
The possibilities there are pretty big. So I really want to do some research on this next week for us, and just really delve into the three. There are three big ones here. It's um, Mana, OVR, and Sandbox. So I really want to dig deep into this for us and see like is buying virtual land something that we should be doing? Because I was reading a couple Twitter posts, and a lot of artists that were trying to just like sell their work, they were saying that they would actually do open houses of their work in these virtual lands, and they would get way more sales because they would basically have an open house of their NFTs on their virtual land. Like imagine that, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like what we go through today. Like certain people can afford like a like a 20 like a $20,000 plate to meet with like Warren Buffett or something like
Yep.
that. But now they're kind of like NFTing that, and like I said, if you could imagine like someone saying, okay,
So like what are applications right now,
the
if anything?
applications right now is the virtual land, and being able to use that virtual land as a sort of like a a selling piece, like a piece to auction your work off. Um, just using that virtual land as a marketing tool, so to speak.
Okay.
But like I said, I want to do some more investigation on this because I think also too Atari, and that segues us really good into the stocks that I'm looking at there. Atari is really going to be um, gonna be in a nice space there because an online casino in this whole in that whole verse, that whole universe, I could see that being very, very lucrative for them. It's not working. Let me
Trusty Benzinga Pro, pro.benzinga.com. There you go. 2-week free trial. No reason not to give it a go.
Okay, so this is the last like month, right? So when the whole NFT craze started, really the NFT craze started in January, and in late December. So um, we're quote unquote late, but not really because they're still thinking of new applications. Like I said, with the whole Decentraland thing, where they have like virtual land and how Takashi 69 is selling music. Can you imagine like not Takashi, but like maybe like Jay-Z or Kanye puts like an NFT out of unreleased music? Oh my God. Like, if you could buy that some I could imagine that it'd be resellable. Um so so Atari right here, they kind of the last 5 days they kind of hung around this whole like $1 to $80 mark. If they can pass this resistance here at 110, then maybe like that might be a good spot to buy. But you can always dollar cost average down and just buy at 97 cents and decide to buy, more if it goes lower or more if it passes the resistance. And another play that Atari's the one that I'm really the biggest on as far as in the NFT space. Um, Leaf is another one, but I can't remember why. I know that Chris Catchy put some stuff up about Leaf and that they were connected to Beeple in some way. So when I heard that, I just went and bought the stock because Beeple and NFTs. So I'll have to find exactly his tweet on that so I can give it to you guys so you have the same information that I have. So I'll have to go get that for you guys. And it's another one I'm big on. It's called Color Star Technology Limited, and they're trying to do something basically like Veracity. So Veracity has this whole proof of view type deal where they want to prove that someone is actually viewing for a click. Color Star Technology, they want to actually go and protect people's IP. So I think I showed it to you guys before, where it's like you go on some of these sites and you got like pictures of Michael Jordan, you got pictures of LeBron, and they're not licensed to do that. So so something needs to be created in order to go and protect these guys' IP because they've done so much to work hard for their names, and you know like it's not okay for someone to just use their stuff and make a profit from it and not at least have permission to do it. So that's another reason why I'm high on those guys. And
All right, and give us one more, and then will you take us through the tickers, and then I want to spend the last 10 minutes on stocks.
sure.
I want to hit some of the NFT stocks. Of course, they've run up, right? We've all seen the Dolphins, we've seen the HOFVs. Is there still room to run in those, etc.?
Yeah, I'm not sure about Dolphin. Like, I wouldn't check their website out, and they really have never done NFTs before. They're just opening an NFT division, and the whole thing that they got going with Hall of Fame Hall of Fame resort is to try to do something like Chili's, and that's another crypto NFT crypto. Let's go back.
And guys, in the chat too, before we get to the stocks in a second here, if you have any NFT stocks you want us to take a look at, you have favorites, drop the ticker in the chat. We'll check them out.
For sure.
My
No,
opinion is
Chili's on
that a
there.
lot of them have had their party. But
So
I
Chili's,
know you're coming at it from a different angle. And so I'm eager to get into this one a little bit.
so Chili's is like, and you can see they went all the way up only to pull back down here. And if we could confirm a bounce with these guys, it might be a good buying opportunity. But of course, again, you can just average down. They're already at like 45 cents after spiking up to about 80 cents. What they're doing is they're doing these European soccer cards, and they're doing like a fantasy football, fantasy soccer with these cards. So this is Chili's. And also behind Chili's, Engine is behind Chili's as well. So that's another reason why I'm high on Engine. And this seems like this is what Dolphin is trying to do for Hall of Fame resort. And to me, I think that's a really big mistake. I think they should have just went the NBA Top Shot route, have people buy collectibles instead of trying to learn how to do this fantasy game. To me, that's like now I have to put effort into learning how to do this fantasy game. I think they made a mistake doing that. I
Okay.
really do. Um, and those aren't Benzinga's opinions; those are mine, mine personally, because I know you guys have had them on the show. So, um, what other one can we cover here? I mean, I still have some Bitcoin stocks, like as far as like miners that I'm really high on. I'm high on Hive, and as you can see, they've been trending up.
So this is a Bitcoin miner.
Yep, in the
So
vein of Mara and Riot.
all right. And
So
if you guys don't know, we had the CEO of Mara live on our programming today on this YouTube channel. Can you pull up the 1 year chart of that one? Can you
sure,
show our MARA? If you guys don't know the stock, it means you've not been in the market for a long. This has been the
heck yeah.
hottest thing around. Yeah, look at that.
Woo!
All right, and check this out. All right, I'm gonna go on my Mara rant for a second here. The Mara CEO said he thinks they have a real shot at increasing their monthly revenue from 500,000 a month to 100 million a month over the course of 1 year.
Wow.
1 year, 500,000 a month to 100 million a month. And so the bears in the stock, they come out and they say, hey, this thing is way overvalued, right? Why does this stock have a $4 billion market cap? Well, if they're doing 100 million a month, right? I mean, then it's undervalued at a
Now,
$4
did he
billion
say how
market
he
cap.
planned on doing that?
Yeah, he bought 100,000 Bitcoin mining machines. He expects to own 7% of the total Bitcoin production in the world.
Whew, that's pretty good. That's pretty
crazy.
good.
Right, and they just set up a deal where a power plant is being built next to their Bitcoin mining operations, so they don't need to buy electricity from utilities. No middlemen.
Wow.
Literally, energy production plant, Bitcoin mining facility, right? And it's going to be one of the most efficient ones in the world.
See, that's good. And that's another.
So if you
reason
guys
why
like companies like that, right, where the CEO will come out and say those bold statements, subscribe to this channel.
Right.
That's
And
what we're
that's
bringing
why
every
I'm
day.
kind of high on CleanSpark still too, because
All right, so
they're
talk about CleanSpark. Jason Raznick hanging out in the chat.
so
What's up,
CleanSpark.
sir?
Their main business are their microgrids, and basically microgrids are they're like power regulators, but you would use this power regulator when you're not on a main grid. So they would come in and say, okay, you're in like some rando place in California. So we'll set up a microgrid for you with batteries and whatnot, so we can regulate like solar and wind power and bring power to your house, because um, our solution would be cheaper than you trying to actually run lines to the grid out to your house. Instead, you'll just use our microgrid. So very clever and very I think yeah, very, very clever of these guys to buy an actual Bitcoin miner. So they're going to actually put that whole power regulation of their microgrid to work with a Bitcoin mining company, which I think is like really ingenious. So really, really high there because that makes them a diverse company, right? In that they're in clean energy, which is supposed to be a really big thing for this administration, and they're in crypto, and they're applying the crypto their clean energy solution to their crypto. So I think that makes them a very diverse and very like it really it would, in my mind, insulate them from like having a really really bad time
Yep, I
because
think
they
it's
have two different
interesting.
industries
All
to
right, but let's dig into the NFT stocks. So these are some of the traditional crypto plays. Then shout out
oh
to
the
Infinity88.
NFT
He said his
stocks
biggest
were
regret is not buying Voyager Digital, which we've talked about on this channel, from 52 cents to now what, $25, something like that. Ruel, I know you got in it.
oh yeah.
We're gonna get their April investor presentation any day now. But all right, let's talk about some of these NFT stocks. Is the jig up? Do you still like some of them? What's the move there?
I would say that the
Oh, look
jig
at this. Boom. In your Benzinga Pro, you have an NFT watch list. Shortly,
of course.
sooner than later, we're going to have a shareable watch list function, right? So when you
Oh, I
take the
can't
time to
wait.
build this NFT watch list, you can then share it with the community. Everybody can see, okay, here are the NFT plays. And could you throw us a couple zooms as well? A couple control.
Zoom in.
Yeah, like control plus for us.
Sure. Um, Control plus.
Boom. Look at this. JCS2 TV says he's going to go drop our link into some Discord chat rooms. That's what I'm talking about. JCS2, send an email, powerhour@benzinga.com. I'm going to drop the email address in the chat there, powerhour@benzinga.com. And we'll hook you up with some Benzinga merch. Anybody else who brings folks over too, let's get it going.
So as far as stocks, NFT stocks go, the ones I'm biggest on is Atari, and as we've already talked about Atari, um, they have partnerships with Bondly, they have partnerships with Decentraland, and they're creating their whole own Atari metaverse. Um, I even saw somewhere that they were like selling Atari shoes. So these NFTs to equip your character with in Decentraland. So really, really big on these guys. It looks like they really positioned themselves well in the whole NFT space. And of course, it's Atari. Old men like me and Jason will probably have played in Atari. So you guys, like, they have this IP that's really nostalgic to a lot of people. Pac-Man, Centipede, stuff like that. So another two. Now these are just like use a lot of caution with these because I believe they're on the gray market. However, they are listed as stocks on the Toronto market. So they're not just as a random gray market stock. They've actually put in work to be listed with the Toronto Exchange. So it's a Liquid Avatar Technologies and Imagine AR.
So all right. So you just gave us a few tickers. For these, have they already talked about NFTs? Like, have they made their comment or not?
Yes, they have. Um,
So is there still room to run? Is my question to you.
I believe so, and here's why. So, Imagine AR. That AR stands for augmented reality, and again, we mentioned Atari with Decentraland, right? That whole world is basically an augmented reality world, um, and once they start applying augmented reality to NFT worlds and NFT spaces, I think it's going to be a really, really big boon. Um, like I saw something on Nifty Gateway where they allowed you to go into these rare rooms, and it's basically a room where you could display all your Nifty Gateway artwork. but there was artwork that you could buy. It was basically like a fancy dart for a dartboard, right? And in the room, you could throw the dart at the dartboard and earn a certain amount of points. So
Mhm.
they're kind of heading in that direction already. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do with it. Um, Now, this company, I believe they had some work going on with Atari. Let me see if I can find their actual website. Like 85 tabs open. Okay, so here we go. So their clients include all these different people. Woo, Airy Sea Wolves. Um, so basically what they're doing is I believe they're using their augmented reality in a way to kind of like have like shoppers go through an augmented reality shopping or ball players to go through like an augmented reality like batting. But applying this to the NFT world, if you actually have these NFTs that you can use in the augmented reality way for some type of fun or for some type of game of skill that you can then even further market as far as like streaming it or making it into like um, this whole like tournament thing, like we saw with Veracity, right? Their whole Fight Club thing.
Yep.
So there's a lot of different synergies there that the market has only really touched just a little bit of, and so that's why I'm saying like I'm really excited to see what we can get in this space, and whereas like I think the stocks are good. I think the crypto plays are better because they give you the staking, and they give you these coins that are like literally at like 54 cents to have the ability to go to like 5 or 6x. Like for example, like we saw with Chili's, but let's go to Engine right quick, and that'll make it kind of real clear. So they're at $2.46. If we look at their data for the last year, all right, all right. Guess I gotta close some tabs. Okay. Let's see. Let's reload that. Okay, there we go. So we go back 3 months ago. The 1st of March, you could have had this bad boy at 63 cents. That's a what? Like a 4x? And if we go back to the beginning of January, 24 cents, right? Like I don't see any places in the stock market that'll give you that much of a return. And the reason why it's so much of a return is because these things they're just untapped. It's like the gold rush, you know what I mean? But like applying it to actually kind of making the world a better place type deal. So that's why I'm pretty high on Veracity, because if they can get rid of bots, that would be like a really, that would make an impact on something, right? So yeah, so when I look at things like Engine Coin and back again to Veracity, to me it's like a holy grail type deal if you can find a thing where you can stake it and it's already at a low cost, or like it's at a low crypto point, like a low coin cost. So you can stake this right now and it's at like 4 cents. And so I And if we look at the best deal, or in my mind, the best deal here in the space, which is Atari, it's already at $1, and I mean it's still
And
good.
what's the revenue in the Atari play? I think is interesting. Of your NFT stock picks, I think it's the most interesting one.
Mhm.
What's the? All right, hold on. I'm gonna get some quick stats on this. I want to know the market cap. I want to know what the revenue is, and I want to know what their cash flow is, and their cash position.
Okay, let's see here.
I'm like risk adverse right now, so I don't think I'm gonna add it. I keep
I could
adding more
imagine.
stocks while I'm saying I want to like get off a margin. I haven't.
So I can imagine. So
So market cap's 268 million. Revenue is 24 million a year. So it's already at 10 times sales, 11 times sales. Cash is 1.5 million. Is that right? Does that sound right?
that
Yeah.
sounds right.
Yeah, that's right. Dude. All right. That makes things tough. Okay, can you hit the statement of
does.
cash flows?
Where do I go? Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing there. That's so weird. Yeah, Yahoo Finance doesn't have anything filled in either. So we may have to look at some actual financial statements to get a sense of what that looks like.
Right. Now, of course, too, like, oh, I forgot about Playboy. Well, I mean, I think that one just explains itself why NFTs would be
Yeah,
something there.
PLBY. Rod Alsman, the face in front of GMEDD.com. That's GMEDD.com. That's the site that did all the research on GameStop. That is a pick of his right now. I think it's sort of interesting.
Look at that. And, I guess it's kind of really high up here. I don't think I would buy it up here, but wow, just went on it's almost a 2x, close, at 16. But yeah. So yeah, my place there in the NFT space would be Pongaf, IPPNFF. This guy too, Liquid Avatar. And if you go onto their site, because I didn't do that.
Boom! Ethereum just made a new all-time high, by the way. If I had an air horn, I would hit the air horn on that one. And guys, if you're just joining us, smash the like. We're doing some late night stock talk, some crypto talk.
And I'm not sure. And so, okay.
Wait.
First,
So I know this company. Wow. Andrew Labos, Liquid Avatar. Remember Liquid Avatar? Liquid Avatar, that company. Cabin, you introduced me to them. Ruel, would you be interested in bringing them on the show next week? We do like a 15-minute interview. We haven't done interviews on this before.
oh yeah, I would love that. Who's setting that up?
Andrew Labos is going to set it up.
Hey man, yeah, I'm about that. I'm about that life for sure.
Fine, I'll set it up. I just asked Andrew Labos to do a favor for me, so I'll set it up.
Yeah, because I honestly like to know where, like, because I think those two are partnered, Liquid Avatar and Imagine AR. I'd really like to know what the heat is in the space for the AR. I know that it's heating up, but it'd be nice to hear from an inside man what actually is going on there.
Boom. All right, sweet. We're doing that next week. That's what we make shit happen at Benzinga, baby. We got connections. We got networks all over. If anybody else has folks we should bring on to the chat, to drop it in there. Aaron Bree is saying Andrew Labos is working late. Yes, he is. It's my man.
And you know what? I'm not sure
PIC.
what to think of Ethereum right now.
Well, I found out I have two.
Like some of these like some of these coins like Matic and stuff like that are going to be built on top of Ethereum to try to solve like the gas problem and whatnot, and a little bit of the network scalability. You know how I was telling you with Nifty Gateway, sometimes it takes them forever to mint your NFT. That's
Yes.
because of Ethereum, because their network is just so slow and not really scalable. Um, you got all these different Ethereum killers out here, which we kind of went over earlier, like Harmony One, Cardano, Zilquilla, that might take a lot of different like market share from Ethereum once they really get online. So that's something to watch out for.
Perfect.
Oh my God, an interview next week? Am I gonna have to wear a tie?
No, I don't. I'm not wearing a tie.
Just kidding. I 4 years of Catholic high school at University of Detroit Jesuit High, so
There
I'm
you
kind of
go.
used to it.
Detroit, Michigan.
Oh yeah, I'm a Detroit guy.
There we go, representing. Here, look at this. Some you can't really see anything, but in the reflection of the windows, there's downtown Detroit for you.
Yeah, I miss my city. I swear to God, I do.
So I see John Bronson in the chat checking in. Somebody says the next pump DOT. Maybe it's gonna be BENZ coin. Can we look at BENZ coin, Ruell? I'm not in this yet, but I sort of want to because of the namesake.
Oh, Binance coin? Yeah. Yeah,
Wait,
and that was
no,
one of the ones
BENZ.
we mentioned.
This is not Binance coin. This is the $900 total market cap. John
Oh,
Bronson favorite. Can we look at this one?
sure. Can you share it?
You've got the coin market cap. Fine.
Oh, okay. No. I'll do it. So what
You're
what
the
do-
expert here, okay? I'm just you
what
know,
what do what do we
I'm
got
just here
here?
to hang out. Here, I can share it back on.
Okay, thank you.
Once you get to your coin market cap, I'll share the screen again.
And what's the ticker
All right.
again?
BENZ, like Benzinga.
B. Really? Wow.
$900. I was thinking of buying all of it.
I don't know anything about this coin. I'll do some research on it.
I don't think there's a ton going on. $900 total market cap. But again,
Well,
for
let's
900
look
bucks, I was
in.
thinking about taking it all.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything going on, but who knows? And there was one coin that I also need to do research on. One of my guys on Twitter was telling me about this
For the
coin.
person who's saying I look tired, I got to the office at 5:45 this morning.
So this is VIDY. It's been on a tear lately, but I need to do some research on it and see exactly what's going on, what problem it's solving, stuff like that.
Yep.
Looks like you can buy it on a lot of spaces. You can buy it on Gate.io. You can. Okay, well, probably just Gate.io for us Americans.
All right. Well, I've got to get home. Got to make some dinner. My girlfriend, she goes to bed at 9:30. I'm gonna get there right on time when she's going to sleep. Convince her to stay up for another half an hour, hang out while I do finish up some computer work. But any final thoughts you have for us?
No, other than I'm excited about the interview next week. But let me know what you guys want to see. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to do some research onto these virtual land cryptos and seeing if that's something that might be lucrative for us.
Okay.
Um, oh, somebody was happy about VIDDY.
All right. Last one. SOS. Hot stock. I think it's a Mara competitor. I think it's a mining play. Any opinions there?
I really I would rather go with Hive or another one that I was going to mention, which was Argo blockchain. It's a British coin miner, but those are both on the OTC. Excuse me. So, um, you know, SOS is just getting their stuff up off the ground, and I'm not so sure how it's going to work when you have companies like Hive and Argo blockchain, Mara, Clean Spark that are already up and running. I don't know, like, I don't know if that bodes well for them.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I have no opinions on it. I don't know the stock well. Our good friend Ryan Rosebiani, check him out on Twitter. If you search Ryan ROZ, I think that'll get you far enough. He's a big fan of that one, or at least he was historically. So it might be worth checking out.
Yeah, Ryan does some good stuff.
All right.
He's
There we
off.
go, guys.
He's off of SOS though. Just thought
He's off of SOS. Okay.
I just thought I'd butt in and I don't want any fake news about my boy Ryan. So he's off of SOS.
Cool.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go sleep too. I like basically food poisoned myself. It was crazy.
Oh no.
Yep. Classic. No good.
Basically, my water bottle had some black, nasty crap in it that I didn't clean out of the straw. And I have kids, so I'm used to cleaning bottles, right? But it's like all I put in my water bottle is water, so I didn't expect that it would have like black mold in the straw. But yeah, basically, food poisoned me, and that was not fun.
Yeah,
It's not
I
fun
hear
at
ya.
all.
Cool.
There's an IV sitting like right to. No, I'm just kidding. I had to hear it for you guys today.
Well, we
Awesome.
appreciate it, and we'll be back next Monday.
Producer AB, why can't we see you, man?
I turned my camera off because I was eating some food, but I'm done now. How we doing, y'all?
Doing well. There we go. We got basketball tonight. What's the pick?
Gonzaga.
I'm gonna go with Gonzaga as well. Ruell. I like Gonzaga.
All I want is for Jalen Suggs or Cade Cunningham to land on the Pistons. That's all I want. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because the Pistons are playing a little bit too hard to tank. Those guys are going out there putting it on the line every day. And Dwayne Casey hasn't playing hard. I'm not a sports fan, as you can see. But yeah. So Dwayne Casey has you guys playing hard. I really just want them to tank harder.
Well, I've heard that Cunningham guy from Oklahoma State. I mean, I've heard he's basically going to go number one no matter what. So the Pistons will only get him if they get the number one overall pick.
Right, and then they have this whole thing this year or last couple of years where they lowered the percentages to kind of like prevent teams from tanking. So it's kind of good.
They're less likely to get the number one pick if they finish with the worst record.
Right, exactly. Right. So it kind of works out.
Well, I'm excited for the game. I know we got some fans out there as well, so we'll let everyone get to that, and we'll be back next Monday.
Awesome.
All right, peace, guys.
All right, guys, let's rock and roll. Happy trading. Again, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and wait, we can't leave without getting links in there. I'm going to drop my Twitter in there. I'm going to drop Producer AB's Twitter in there. And of course,
Ruell's.
You got Ruell's? Yeah. I just started following Producer AB.
I do daily
what was that about? It only took you about 3
videos, Black Rue Investing, or you can just look up my name, Ruell Black, and you'll see it. I really would like you guys to check out the video on Veracity and Ecomi. I go really deep onto those, and those recently had a little pullback, so it's really good time to get into it. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, do your own DD or whatever, but they've had a pullback, and it seems like a good time.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's hit it.
Peace.
Peace.